This is Donald Trump. He's rich and powerful and loves women. So much so that he has spent a greater part of his life around models and beauty pageants. Like most healthy adult males would do in his position, he enjoyed watching them, flirting with them, and sometimes probably even touching them. Now, could some of it have been considered groping? Maybe. Was some of it unwelcome? Perhaps. Was Donald always on his best possible behavior? Not necessarily. Like most of us, he's probably acted inappropriately from time to time. What if you were rich and famous and constantly surrounded by the world's most beautiful women? Would you try to sleep with some of them? Or would you join the church, take a vow of celibacy, and give away all your money? The reality is that Donald probably didn't do anything that 95% of other men in his position wouldn't do. So stop acting so surprised that there may have been some mild misbehavior. Hey, so maybe he did grope a few and once joked to some friends that if he wanted to, he could actually grab them by the pussy.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
At least he backs off.
I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
And takes them out shopping.
And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture.
Now this is Bill Clinton. He probably wouldn't have backed off. He once paid out an $850,000 settlement for pulling out his penis and asking Paula Jones to kiss it. He also had his license to practice law suspended in the process. Bill is a well-known adulterer with a long history of sexual deviancy, and he went far beyond groping. He's been accused of rape by Juanita Broderick and accused of sexual assault by Kathleen Willey in the White House when she asked him for a job. And while he allegedly presented her with an opportunity, it probably wasn't what she had in mind. This is Monica Lewinsky. She was a 22-year-old intern, and Bill used his position and power to take advantage of her. And according to Secret Service officer Gary Byrne, Bill and Monica had sex in just about every nook and cranny in the Oval Office. Bill denied the accusations, but the blue dress didn't lie. He was later charged with perjury and impeached. And there are so many other assaults and affairs, some of them are actually household names. But it gets worse. This is Jeffrey Epstein. He was a good friend of Bill's back in the day. He is also a convicted elitist pedophile that literally housed underage sex slaves. He also had a luxurious pleasure palace in the Caribbean known as Orgy Island. And it's on record that Bill took at least 26 confirmed trips there with Jeffrey aboard his private plane known as the Lolita Express. I wonder what they were up to.
Donald Trump kissed a woman in a bathing suit. Trump hits back. Tell me about the president's relationship with a guy named Jeffrey Epstein. That's your tennis match.
What's that? What do you mean?
There's Jeffrey Epstein, who has been gone to jail for being with underage girls, boys, whatever it is, and Bill Clinton's a very good friend of his. Spent a lot of time with him, a lot of plane rides, and there's gonna be a lot of questions about that. I'm just telling it like it is. That is the news story that is going to be the ultimate counterattack. Nobody wants to talk about it, but that's the fact.
So to recap, one occasionally acts like a pig. The other is a hardcore sexual predator. One made distasteful comments, joked about sexual assault, and apologized. The other actually committed sexual assault multiple times. He also settled cases, palled around with a pedophile that owned sex slaves, and was almost impeached for lying about having an affair while he was the President of the United States. So, sorry to burst some bubbles, but this really isn't a fair comparison. You can say what you want about Donald Trump, but nothing will ever change the fact that Bill Clinton will always be 1,000 times worse. So please, don't be fooled by the dishonest media. and thank you for listening.